Ladies, do you want to explore a different career, but you aren't sure how to fit it in your already packed schedule? I've been there and I hear you. If you're ready to spread your wings in this new season of life, but you're just not sure how you can find the time, let me give you some tips to time block and schedule and systematize so you can find the time and be the professional woman you always dreamed of. Ladies, are you in a new season of your life? Are you searching for clarity in your career? Do you need the freedom to focus on yourself? Are you ready to follow God's plan for your life? Welcome to Choose Your Next Yes. Hi, Kindred. I'm Mel, a professional woman, mom of grown-ups, coffee, and Jesus lover. I've had a lot of big life changes, and I haven't always been clear about God's plan for me. So I pursued too many of the wrong things in my life and career. This led to stress, anxiety, and a lack of self-care. I finally stopped moving on my own and started listening to God's voice to find clarity and peace and achieve my goals. And now my mission is to help you learn to listen to God's voice and know when to say yes to the right things and no to everything else. Let me show you how to clarify your purpose and pursue your personal and professional goals in this next phase of life. Pour yourself a cup of joe and grab a notebook and pen. Kindred, it's time to focus on yourself and reclaim the woman you once aspired to be. Ladies, you've spent the last several years taking care of your children and your husband, maybe even parents. You've been working. And now that your kids may be grown and they're just about ready to leave the nest, you are ready to take control of your life. You are ready to spread your wings and think about a new career. You know, sometimes as moms, we do jobs or we work in jobs that may not be exactly where we want to be, but they're a job that we do because it may be more flexible with our time, or it works more conducively with our marriage when we're starting a family. And so we take a job that we may be okay with, but it's not our passion job. It's not the career we always wanted. And now you have time to focus on yourself, but you're just not sure how to do that time-wise. You may still be working that job, and you are probably still taking care of a husband, or you may have added taking care of a parent or something into that mix, and you're just not sure how to fit that time in there to either go to school and learn what you need to for the new job, or take a course, or just make the time happen. So today I'm going to give you some different tips. I have 3 strategies to help you create more time in your day and your week and your month to pursue that passion career that you've always wanted. So how do we cheat the clock and create more time? Well, there's only 24 hours in a day, and we can never make more than 24 hours in a day, but we can make more time in our day. So the first strategy I have for you is called time blocking. So when you time block, you think about big chunks of time in your day that you can use for whatever it is that you want to do. So you're kind of just dividing your day into blocks of time that you dedicate to specific things. And then you color code your calendar or your schedule. And those colors mean specific things. And so when you take a glance, it's easy to see what you're supposed to be doing. It's a very quick reference tool. And ladies, let me tell you what, when I started scheduling things in my calendar and time blocking, I felt like I actually had the freedom to say no to anything that didn't fit in that block of time. And of course, we all have different times of the day when we are at our best. I am a morning person. I get up really early, and that is my best time of work. I am usually up by 5 every morning, and I get started, and I get a ton of stuff done before I either have to leave the house or before other people get up. For some of you, you may have things that you're doing of a morning And so that time may not work out for you, or you may just simply like to sleep in a little bit because you're doing everything else during the day. So afternoon might be more conducive for you to work on your new career. And for some of you, evening is your best time because you may be still working a job and you have to get up and you have to get ready and you have to work your job during the day. So when you come home after everything's settled down, that may be your best time to do some work toward your new career. Whatever time you choose, make sure you're going to be the most productive during that time. So you're going to dedicate that specific amount of time each day to working your new career. And again, that could be you're taking classes, you're doing courses, you may be networking, you may spend some time researching new things because you don't know for sure what's out there. You know that you want to do something maybe in the medical field, but you're not sure exactly what you want to do. So you're going to do some research on that, and that can be part of your time block. And again, you're going to color code these blocks for quick and easy reference. And then you're going to make a list of all of the things that you want to accomplish during that time. And there are some different ways that you can do your time blocking. So you can actually do what is called task batching, which maybe you're going to answer your emails at a specific time each day, or maybe you're going to do day theming where, say, Monday you work on your homework, Tuesday you dedicate to time researching a new career or a new opportunity, and then say Saturday is your house cleaning day. You can even get more specific and break that down even more and say the first Saturday of the month, you're going to do closet cleaning. And then my second way or my second strategy to help you is to actually schedule things in your calendar. So get a physical calendar. Like it can be Google Calendar. That's what I use. That's easier for me because I always have my calendar with me at that point. I keep my Google Calendar on my phone and I keep my work calendar on there. And I keep my personal calendar on there. And then I keep even my son who's about to graduate high school, I keep things on there for specific for him and his senior year. So share that with your family. So share your calendar with your spouse. So your spouse always knows what's going on. And that way your spouse or your boyfriend, if you have a boyfriend, is always going to know what you're doing at specific times during the day. So add in all of the things that you must do each week. So make sure that you schedule in some time for church, gym time, your time. Always schedule in your time. And that's not just your work time, ladies. Schedule in some time for you to just do you. Take a bath, go for a walk, go out with a girlfriend and just hang out for an hour and get a cup of coffee with them and spend some time just for you where it's not work time. It's not mandated time. You can just say, hey, I'm going to take an hour today between 6 and 7 p.m. and I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. Read a book, take a nap, whatever that is. But also schedule in some date night time with your significant other. Make sure that you are cultivating your relationship. You're not just letting that go because you don't want those relationships to suffer because you haven't taken the time in your day, week, or month to cultivate and grow and continue to make that relationship strong. And even if it's a routine that you always do, like go to church every Sunday morning between 11 and 12 or 9 and 12, whatever the time may be, make sure that you put that in there just to help you visualize because I'm a very visual person and I forget things. Even though I know I'm going to church during that time, I mean, I'm not going to schedule something during that time, but it just helps me visualize. But there are other things that I may forget if I don't put that in there. And the third way to get more time in your schedule is to systemize. Get some systems in your life. Ladies, get organized, get your systems in place. This will create extra time because you're not doing the things that you shouldn't be. It takes 5 seconds to put a dish in the dishwasher after you're done with it, but it takes a lot longer to do a whole sink load of dishes. Not to mention it keeps your kitchen looking nice. Your kitchen sink is clean and it's orderly. Just things look nicer and it's easier. It's just easier. When my kids were growing up, and I still do this today, I was very specific on where I wanted the dishes put. We didn't have a dishwasher, so we had to just put dishes in the sink if we were in a hurry and we we didn't have time to do the dishes at that moment. So I was very specific. I dried my dishes on the right-hand side of my sink. So I made my boys and my husband, I made them put their dishes in the right side of the sink. And the reason being is because that way the left side was free when it was time to do dishes. I didn't have to move everything. I didn't have to clean that side out, which saved me time. So I was able just to start running my water, getting my sink ready to go on the left side. Then I could move all the dishes from the right side into the left side. Then that side was clear for the rinsing. And then I was able to put it straight over to the right side of the sink to dry. And my son's friend was there one day. And another friend had came. So my son's friend came all the time, and he was at our house all the time. So he was like one of my other kids. And so another friend that normally wasn't there came, and that friend of my son's put their dish in the wrong side of the sink. And my son's friend was like, no, you can't put that over there. So even though he was not my child, he knew my system, and he was getting things straight for me. So I didn't have to worry about that later. And when you get those systems in place, everyone knows what is expected, and it makes everything go so much quicker and easier in your day. Things are where they're supposed to be. That saves you time in the long run. You're not looking for things. You're not moving things. It just saves so much time. And I'm going to do a future episode dedicated specifically to systems to make your life easier. All right, so let's recap. You're going to do 3 things to find more time in your day, week, month, year, whatever it is. First, you're going to time block. Second, you're going to schedule everything in your calendar that you can. And third, you're going to systematize and get some systems in place to make your life easier for one and create more time. And if you enjoyed today's content, please hop on over to Apple Podcasts and leave me a 5-star rating and a review. That's the only way I know which content you enjoy, and it helps me to grow the show because it gets me more exposure. So I would really appreciate it if you would take just 30 seconds to do that for me. So I hope today's show was a blessing to you as you continue on your path toward everything that God has in store for your life. And as always, may your conversation always be full of grace and seasoned with salt. God bless you, friends.